So we're starting off with a really easy question, very simple question. The question states that a block of wood is a cuboid with dimensions 10 centimeter by 6 centimeter by 2 centimeter, and we need to find its volume. So volume ka formula is length into width into height. So we have all three units given to us, so we can do length, which is 10, into width, which is 6, into height, which is 2. 10 times 6 is 60, 60 into 2 is 120. And so the second part asks us to find the surface area of this rectangle, of this cuboid, and for that the formula is length into W, 2 length into W plus 2 width into height plus 2 length into height. Okay, and this is the formula which we're going to use. So substitute everything. 2 into length is 10, 10 into the width, which is 6, is 60, plus 2 into the width is, sorry, additionally this is multiply, so the width is 6, 6 into 2 is 12, plus 2, length is 10 again, 10 into 2 is 20. Multiply everything out, we get 120 plus 24 plus 40, and so we get 160 plus 24, and our answer is 184, and that is our final answer. Okay, and we also need to remember the units. So volume ka unit is centimeter cube, surface area ka unit is centimeter square. Okay, so in this question we say okay, we know that there's a cuboid with the volume 90,000. So volume ka formula is volume is equal to length into width into height. Okay, so we know the volume, which is 90,000. We know that the length is 60, and we know that the width is 50, and we do not know h. Okay, and then if we just multiply 60 and 50, you get 3000, because 6 into 5 is 30, 30 plus the 2 zeros that we left here, so you get 30,000 into h, and then h is equal to 90,000 over 3000. Cancel some stuff, 3 zeros ye cut jate hain, this becomes 1, this becomes 30, so h is equal to 30, which is our final answer. Okay, so we have another question here. In this question we know that there's a solid cuboid again with the base 10 and height 6, sorry, base 10 width 6, and we do not know the height, which is x. So we need to find an expression in terms of x for the total surface area of the cuboid. Okay, so surface area का हमें formula मैंने आपको पहले भी बताया था, which is 2 into length into width plus 2 into length into height plus 2 into width into height. Now we can substitute everything that we know. So we know the length is 10, we know the width, that's 6, plus 2, we know the length, that's again 10, into the height, which is x. So I'll actually write this as 10x, plus 2, we know the width, which is 6, 6 into the height, which is x, so we get 6x. Multiply everything out, this becomes 60, 60 times 2 is 120, plus 2 into 10x, which is 20x, plus 2 into 6, which is 12x. Okay, and so combine all the like terms, which is this and this, so you get 32x plus 20 plus 120, and that is your final answer. Okay, so the B part states that the total surface area of the cuboid is 376 centimeter cube. Form an equation in x and solve it to find the height of the cuboid. We already know the equation in x, which we found over here, ye wali equation, and so we can just equate everything. So we get 32x plus 120 is equal to 376. Okay, so we need to isolate x is equal to 376 minus 120, so 32x is equal to this becomes 256, and then x is equal to 256 over 32, which should be equal to 8. And so that is our final answer. Okay, so here we have another question which states that OAB is a sector of the circle with radius r, where OAB, the angle, is 60 degrees. Find in its simplest form an equation in terms of r and pi. Remember that we have to find it in its simplest form, so we should try to cancel anything that we see earlier. Okay? And so हमें पता है कि the area of a sector is का formula is theta over 360 into pi r square. ठीक है? So we know theta is 60 over 360 into pi, and r remains as it is. And then हम ऐसे देख सकते हैं, इसको cancel out कर लेते हैं. This becomes 1 and this becomes 6. So you get pi r square over 6 as your expression, and you cannot simplify this any further. And then the second part of this question asks us to find the perimeter of the sector. ठीक है? So perimeter of the sector is basically equal to 2 radii plus the arc length of the sector. ठीक है? Okay, obviously इसका जो perimeter है, that will consist of this arc length, which is AB, plus the 2 radii that we have here as well. ठीक है? And so ये 2r तो ऐसे ही रहेगा, plus arc length का formula is theta over 360 into 2 pi r. Okay, then we can substitute everything that we know. Theta is again 60 over 360 into 2 pi r. So you get 2r plus this becomes 1, this becomes 6, 1 over 6 into 2, which becomes 1 over 3 pi r. ठीक है? And so we can write this as 2r plus pi r over 3, and that is our final answer. Acha, and then we have another question. This says the diagram shows a shape made from a thin wire. The shape is formed from 3 identical sectors of a circle, each with angle 40. The angle between each pair of sectors is x. And then we need to find the order of rotational symmetry. And because इसमें हमने कहा है कि 3 identical sectors हैं, so obviously the rotational symmetry will also be equal to 3, right? And now we have to calculate the value of x. So we know कि this entire thing is equal to 360 degrees, right? So we can just add everything up and set that equal to 360. So we can do 40 plus 40 plus 40. ठीक है? तो ये जो 3 40s हैं ये पूरे हो गए, plus the 3 x's that we have. So I can just write this as 3x, which is equal to 360. 40 plus 40, 80, 80 plus 40 is 120. So 3x plus 120 is equal to 360. So 3x, ये 120 minus करेंगे, so you get 240, and x is equal to 80. And that is your final answer. Okay, so अगला वाला question is actually, this is really interesting. This is actually a really good question. So the total length of the wire that is used is 60 centimeters. Calculate the radius of one of the sectors. And obviously because this is paper 1 question, उन्होंने value of pi को भी equal to 3 किया हुआ है. So 60 centimeters की wire है. Let's go back to the diagram. So diagram में आप देख सकते हो there's 3 identical sectors of a circle and neither लिखा हुआ भी है. So we can easily say कि one sector has 60 divided by 3, which is 20 centimeter of wire. ठीक है? That's pretty self-explanatory. So हम कह सकते हैं कि this plus this length plus this length is equal to 20. So basically आप एक चीज़ नोट कर सकते हो, ये जो ब्लू में मैंने आउटलाइन किया हुआ है, this is just the perimeter of this sector. So हम perimeter का फॉर्मूला लगाएंगे, which is 2r plus theta over 360 into 2 pi r, right? And we'll set that equal to 20, and we need to find r. ठीक है? So we have 2r plus theta is against, theta is 40 actually this time, sorry. So you get 40 over 360, 40 over 360 into 2 pi r, which is equal to 20. और अभी के लिए I will not change pi to 3, just so you guys know कि basically ये formula derive कहाँ से हो रहा है. ठीक है. So you get 2r plus 40. This becomes 1, this becomes 9. So 1 over 9 into 2. और pi अब मैं डालूंगा. So pi is 3. R is equal to 20. और 3 इधर डाला हुआ because they have told you to take the value of pi as 3. So 9 cancels out with 3. This becomes 3. This becomes 1. So you get 2r plus 2 over 3 r is equal to 20. Multiply everything with 3 so that you get rid of this denominator. So you get 6r plus 2r is equal to 60. And so 8r is equal to 60. And so r is equal to 60 over 8. So r is equal to 7 4/8. And we can simplify this by saying 7 halves or 7.5. And that is our final answer, 7.5. Okay, so this question, ये वाला question भी बहुत मजे का है. The diagram shows a window made up of a large semicircle and a rectangle. The large semicircle has 4 identical sections A, B, C, D, and a small semicircle E. The rectangle has 3 identical square sections. The side of each square is 20 centimeters. ठीक है. Find an expression in the form a plus b pi for the area of the whole window. So let's try to break this down. और ऊपर से इनने question में भी break down किया हुआ है. We have a semicircle and we have a rectangle, both of which we know the formula for their area. Rectangle का क्या होता है? Rectangle का length into width होता है. Length into width. Semicircle का is pi r square. Pi r square is circle का area का formula, and we divide this by 2 because semicircle है ना, so half of a circle. So we can just write the entire expression as a is equal to length into width of the rectangle plus pi r square over 2. ठीक है. And so हमें एक्चुअली यहाँ ना आपके लिए टू मेक दिस ईजी ये विड्थ की बजाय लेंथ इनटू हाइट होगा. ठीक है. सो लेंथ वी कैन से कि बिकॉज ये 3 स्क्वायर सेक्शंस हैं, सो वी कैन से दिस इज ऑल्सो 20, दिस इज ऑल्सो 20, दिस इज ऑल्सो 20. सो द लेंथ इन टोटल इज 60. सो दिस इज 60 इनटू द हाइट इज 20 प्लस पाई. अब आर स्क्वायर जो है, आर स्क्वायर इज दिस लेंथ and r square, r जो होता है r is the radius is half of the diameter, right? So हम diameter तो हमें पहले से ही पता है. the diameter this length is 60. So 60 divided by 2 अगर हम करेंगे so we get 30. So the radius meaning ये वाला जो length है this is 20. This is this is 30, right? So pi into 30 square over 2. Simplify this out. This is 6 into 2. 6 into 2 is 12. So this becomes 1200 plus 30 square, which is 9000, I think. Sorry, I think it's 900. So 900 pi over 2. And we can simplify this even further. We can say 1200 plus 900 over 2 is just 450. 450 pi. And if you see, this is in the same form as the question asked us to give. Okay. Achha, so this is also a really similar question to the one we did before. ABC is a right angle triangle with AB being 6, BC being 9. A semicircle of diameter 6 is joined to the triangle along AB. Find an expression in terms of a plus b pi for the total area of the shape. So इसको हम फिर से divide करेंगे into 2 smaller parts. We can say that we have 2 parts, which is this, a semicircle, and another part which is a right angle triangle. Semicircle का area का formula होता है is pi r square over 2 plus राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल का फॉर्मूला होता है हाफ इंटू बेस इंटू हाइट, ठीक है। सो पाई एज इट इज़ रहेगा। We know that r is equal to 3 because जो 6 है we know that the diameter is 6, so r is going to be equal to 3. So 3 square is 9, 9 pi over 2 plus half into base, which is ये 9 दी हुई है, into 9 into the height, which is 6. So you get 9 pi over 2 plus this cancels with this, so you get 3 here. 9 into 3 is 27. And that is your final answer. So 9 pi over 2 plus 27. This is your answer. Okay, so this is going to be the last question that we do today. A circle of diameter 6 centimeters cut from a square of side 8 centimeter. Find expression in terms in the form a minus b pi for the shaded area. So shaded area ढूंढने के लिए first let's come up with a game plan. So the area of square minus area of circle is equal to the area of the shaded region, right? And area of the square is again 64, 8 square, which is 64, minus area of the circle. So ये diameter हमारा 6 है, so the radius is going to be 3. So this is going to be pi r square, where r is 3. So this is 64 minus 3 square pi. So 64 minus 9 pi, which is going to be our answer. Alright guys, and this is going to wrap up the video for today. If you like this video, please do consider subscribing, liking, sharing, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. Allah Hafiz.